Yo, what's up? Name is Jetleo1 and welcome back to some more Tales of Exilia. In the last episode we arrived here at Helioborg Fortress, but it was under attack, so we've come to see what is going on out here. I'm guessing that's Volt.
That must be Volt.
Yep. I concur, Alvin. It looks like Yami from Okami.
It appears to be a spirit that can control lightning.
Damn it, now I'm doing it. Somebody in class, we discussed Okami in games and narrative, and somebody said Okami, and I'm like, no.
It doesn't seem to be tethered to a human the way Celsius was to Gillen.
Even if that's the right way to say it, that's not how I'm going to say it.
So you're saying it's out of control?
It's all on its own. Oh, there's a dude in the lightning ball.
We won't get any answers until we calm it down.
If you could just stop being a crazy lightning ball, please. Or we could just resort to the usual.
So much electricity.
So much sound and light!
So what? That's not enough to stop us.
Okay. Elimination phase! Judgment gate!
Let's show our skills!
And missed to guard that. I wanted to get in more link cards, but I missed because he was moved out of range. Still just link spell. We're having trouble at the moment. Alright.
Okay, we finally stopped it.
Everyone all right?
Why didn't you pop double XP before that either?
The electric shocks may have helped my blood circulation.
Man, even when I know when the bosses are coming, I can't remember.
All right!
Oh well, we're so high level, it's not gonna matter. We're
We
totally
finally
gonna hit
beat
like
some sense
80
into
before the
it.
final boss, so we're gonna be good.
Just another easy battle for yours truly.
If we've learned anything from Celsius and Volt, it's that Spyrites are tough customers.
They're just as strong as the great spirits.
Hello.
We were wondering when you'd show up.
Interesting. I never expected to find you here.
So you've come to Olympias after all.
Well, we didn't exactly come here, we kinda just got thrown out here.
I'm assuming you're the one that activated Volt. I don't understand your motive, though. Were you testing its potential?
Potential? I would never entrust my people's lives to something as tenuous as potential. I attempted to tether with a Spyrite, precisely because it is something you would consider.
What?
But it was for naught. Their power is far beyond human control.
You say that, but you're using great spirits, like super weapon, freaking spirits in it, aka only Mila has been able to control them. It's like maybe you should step it down a notch and try with like the fireflies and the lamps at Fenmont?
That leaves us with no choice but to eradicate every last Spyrix from this world.
So that really is your plan.
Don't you realize what would happen?
We would end the Otherworld reactor plan once and for all. Surely the end justifies my means.
I mean, it would end the Otherworld reactor plan, but destroying everything also means destroying things like Balan's leg brace, just taking away the man's ability to walk. Just because you can.
We will leave it in place.
Why?
As long as Spyrixes exist, the threat of Olympias exploiting Riza Maxia remains.
And what of Maxwell? Do you plan to leave him where he is?
It is the duty of the strong to ensure that the weak do not perish.
This isn't right, Gaius!
Also, like, how dumb do you have to be like, it's the duty of the strong to ensure the weak don't perish, and then your response is to go and do everything you can to make sure a bunch of people die?
What about it isn't right? We will safeguard the schism until the last Spyrix is destroyed. Then, we shall unite the two worlds.
What about all the people who will suffer if you eliminate their Spyrexes? Are you just going to ignore them?
Don't worry about the poor suffering humans. Gaius will protect them.
Gaius doesn't have the ability to make Balan walk again.
Jude, Mila, you of all people should understand the ideals I'm striving for.
What's the point of ideals if you force them on others? Don't you see what's happening? Spyrix is a necessity for these people. Take it away and they'll have nothing left.
Jude.
You talk only of possibilities. I demand certainties.
All certainties are born out of possibilities, you moron.
Maybe you're right, but I can't give up.
This conversation is pointless. Please, let's be off.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
What should we do now?
In the end, I couldn't. No, there are still things we can do. There has to be.
So now can we go look for Balan? Oh, is that him? Yeah, that's him.
Balan?
He seems to be stuck on an elevator.
Huh? Alfred!
It appears the elevator stopped working when the power went out. We must find some way to get them out of there.
Let's try climbing to the elevator.
Wait! We can use Volt!
Oh boy.
How? Wait, you can't be serious.
I mean, we can, but we'd have to have, like, Mila do it.
You're not planning on tethering with it, are you?
Is that really wise?
Maybe not, but it's worth a shot.
Actually, to be honest, at this point, Jude's ironclad enough he could probably order her around a Great Spirit as well. Just as well as Mila.
Only way to find out is to try. Volt, lend us your power.
No way, it worked!
It's still stuck. We need more power.
Please, just a little more. Ah!
This must be the same backlash that hit Gilland. Give it up, Jude.
Not yet! What are you doing?
Why do you insist on doing such reckless things by yourself?
Wow, this is a flip. All the other situations in the game.
Look who's talking.
Teamwork makes the dream work, fam, even though Alvin can't help at this at all.
Don't leave us behind now.
If a task cannot be done alone, then we must simply do it together.
Keep trying and something's bound to stick sooner or later.
We want to help too. Uh-huh.
Thanks, everyone.
Almost there. Focus.
Now!
Hey, we did it. That's a lot of effort to just get an elevator working, though. Couldn't we have just gone and fixed the generators?
Thanks for the save there. Balan, who are these people?
They're patients. Each one of them has a condition that makes it impossible to live a normal life, even with Spyrexes.
Wait. Does that mean the next generation Spyrexes you've been researching are...
Yep. Those little critters they're using are Spyrites.
These creatures are Spyrites?
Where the hell did you get the mana to fuel them, though? You don't have any.
They're so cute! But they don't seem any more powerful than lesser spirits.
I just realized that's a plot hole, but suspension of disbelief is still intact, so we're good.
Of course not. They're lesser spirit Spyrites after all.
Actually, I forgot. Never mind. It's not a plot hole, because Jillian mentioned they were able to make their Spyrites using the mana that was left in the fossil. So they can fuel themselves for a good
Are you
bit.
telling me you don't know how Spyrites are made?
Do us a favor and assume we don't.
Well, you should ask one of the other engineers if you want the full spiel.
Well, hit us with the TLDR then.
But in simple terms, you've all seen spirit fossils, right? If one of you Riza Maxia folks pours mana into one, voila! A Spyrite is born from it.
How strange.
That sounds really easy.
I guess there's multiple uses to those fossils, huh?
The only catch is you need a booster.
What? Wait, did you just say booster?
Yep. If someone with a booster pumps mana into a spirit fossil, the calculatrix art inside takes physical form. And that's how you make a spyrite.
Oh, so if you channel boost mana into a spyrite or a spirit fossil, it becomes summon magic.
How are they different from Spyrixes?
They've literally discovered Scholar and Summoner from FF14. You just read off the math problem and pump mana in, and hey, Carbuncle.
It's a matter of art precision. These spyrites can be as precise as the Asperixis devices from back in the day.
I didn't expect to hear that name here.
Uh-huh. Too bad Asperixis devices consume spirits.
Does that mean spyrites don't kill spirits when they're used?
Pretty much. They're fueled by the mana stored inside spirit fossils, after all.
I mean, they seem okay to me, just sitting there next to Tipo.
One thing I don't understand. These people seem to have no trouble using spyrites. And yet, we struggle to tether with Volt.
Spyrites made from great spirits are in a whole different league. The more powerful the base spirit, the lower the chances of a successful tethering. We're still just at a 50% success rate.
So literally he's saying no one man should have all that power. Nice.
Hey, but that's more than enough.
At that rate, lesser spirit spyrites might completely replace regular spyrixes someday.
Then people won't suffer and spirits won't die either.
And guys could have heard all this if he waited approximately 3 or 4 more minutes.
We did it! Great job, Tipo!
Hey, what are pals for?
Does this mean that Olympias's environment might recover too?
It just might.
I don't see why it wouldn't. They could break the schism and let the spirits back in so the natural spirits would repair things. And since they wouldn't be dying off anymore,
You have no idea how much this helps us.
things would get much better.
You're welcome, I guess. But we really should be thanking you. You're the ones who saved our research, after all.
We did.
If you hadn't saved us, all of our spyrite research would have gone up in smoke. Someday these people will be able to get on with their lives again.
Something tells me this spyrite research is going to become very important.
Looks like we found the path we've been seeking.
Yeah. Although the fight's not over.
We got one man with a big sword and one floating lady in a crazy dress to deal with first.
Balan, could you tell us the exact spot where you found us?
Oh, of course. I found you all collapsed at the end of Rusal High Road. You can reach the High Road by following this passageway here.
Now Gaius will have to listen to us, right?
No, but if he doesn't, we'll just beat him up.
No. It's too late. I don't know why I know this, but that was our last chance to convince him.
Jude, did you peek at the script? That's cheating. Alright, so we done did it. Teaching by bad example. This is about Alvin.
You look happy. I am, now that we understand the potential of spyrites. And it's all because Jude wouldn't give up. I'm all like, yeah, take that, world. Jude can really do great things when he tries. I always knew that he could.
They're just as happy with his success as if it were their own.
I completely understand their sentiment, though. Jude had never been the type to lead the way. But this time, he chose a path and followed it through.
It's always good to see positive growth.
I wonder whose influence that was.
Not yours.
One thing's for sure, it certainly wasn't yours.
Bang.
Oh? Haven't you ever heard of reverse psychology? Teaching by bad example?
Well, I mean, I would hope he wouldn't need you to teach him that not shooting his friends is a good idea, first off.
At least your humility makes a fine example.
It's good to see everyone upbeat for a change. Yes.
Yeah, things got pretty rough there, but they're doing a lot better now. Also, I forget how you find the back exit. Okay, there's the back exit.
The hill where Balan found us was just past Helioborg Fortress.
See nothing
Let's
down
take
there.
a look. Maybe
There's
we'll
a
find a
gate
clue
here.
that will help us get back.
And I don't remember what's back here. Sector 6? I think the enemies all clear out of here after you clear this. Okay, there's a treasure chest. Cool, I was supposed to say, is there nothing back here? Heavy treat. That's pretty useful. cool, so we can just get out of here. And this place is much more annoying in the second game when there's multiple buildings you can go into. Okay, so Rusal High Road. Alright, so what do we have around here? I should probably go back to gathering shinies. Make one last boost in the armor shop before we get too far for it to matter. Also, yes, I see that. Browner
Something
pastures.
green for once.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect to see a big forest anytime soon.
Olympius
Browner
doesn't seem to be any greener out this way.
Nope. Pretty much everywhere outside the cities is like this.
Looks like Texas. Feels like home.
If anything, it's a little worse than I remember it.
The lack of spirits must have broken the cycle of nature.
To the people of Olympius, this is what nature looks like. When I first laid eyes on the forests of Rizamaxia, I could barely comprehend what I was seeing.
So this is the world that Spyrix has given you.
Go ahead and say it. We brought this on ourselves.
That may be true, but still.
And it's funny because this really does feel like parts of Texas I've been to. It doesn't feel like my home because I live in like the Central Hills. We've got flat plains and stuff, but during the summer when things dry out or when we've got dry spells, and then even just slightly west of us heading towards like San Antonio and stuff, yeah, it looks like this. Just really thin grass and rock walls, especially as you head west and get towards the Rockies, go like north and things. Guardian symbol, physical defense boost. They're just handing out good stuff like candy here at the end. Although the really good stuff requires high levels of the shops. That's how you get all of the best stuff except for weapons. Weapons is doing Devil's Arms, like we have. Difficult questionnaire.
Let me make sure I have this straight. We use boosters to infuse spirit fossils with mana, and then a Spyrite is born. Because unlike Spyrix devices, Spyrites can use arts without harming spirits.
Did you actually take notes while Balan was talking?
Yes, but there are still things I don't understand.
If there are things you actually do understand, then you're way ahead of me. I bet Teepo'd say, "Hey, you need to study, Leia!"
Ah, but after that he'd probably say, "I don't understand any of this either."
Probably.
Uh-oh.
Hey, no Tipo impersonations!
They did pretty good, though.
He heard us. You're both being rude.
Elise, do you understand Spyrite theory?
Straight for the jugular.
Of course I do.
And of course we believe you. Alright, which way is the exit? Oh, there's the Tatalian Abyss. That's a bonus dungeon. I'm not worried about it. Although it's an important dungeon, because that whole dungeon, the whole point of it is just to get... If I remember right, I think it's Mila's sword. So, it's like the last one you can get to, and it's the roughest boss to beat. But once you beat it and all the other ones, you'll have the Devil's Arms, and then all you have to do is unlock their power. But unlocking their power requires beating the true bonus dungeon and the final bonus boss, which is really hard. Really, really hard.
He said he found us sprawled at the foot of this hill.
Let's look for a path down.
I mean, I saw a swirling blue thing in the distance. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure that's it.
We must have fallen from there to the bottom of the cliff.
Ow.
Isn't the rift a little small?
My guess is it's about to collapse. Jumping back through would be a leap of faith.
Count me out! It looks too dangerous!
Let's head back to town and figure out another way.
Hey, everyone. If you plan on returning to Rizamaxia, then I think it's time we parted ways.
What? What makes you say that all of a sudden?
I know that we pulled off a successful Spyrite tethering together, and we found out some great news. But I'm afraid the only way to stop Gaius at this point is to fight him.
And you intend to be the one to do it.
I don't want the way you feel now to get in the way of your true feelings.
I agree. If we can't be honest with ourselves about why we're fighting, then there's no point in fighting in the first place.
In other words, you want us to make our own decision.
It'll be a difficult ride ahead. I guess it only makes sense.
Mind if I have some more time to think? At least until you're all ready to leave?
Sure, of course.
Don't let your current emotions get in the way. I'm almost acting human.
Mila?
Sorry, it's nothing.
Huh?
Wait, isn't this...
It's either Volt or the fossil from the Asperixes.
There's no way replacing everything Spyrix with Spyrites is gonna be easy as it sounds.
Technology shifts are hard, but they're important and worth it.
In terms of raw numbers, just think of how many Spyrites we'll need.
It's true. The Spyrites need to be researched, created, distributed. It won't happen overnight.
It doesn't need to.
There is much that needs to be done. But if we can't buy more time, the spirits will go extinct.
I will buy us time. Maxwell said it himself. If we remove the schism, the mana that it contains could sustain Olympius for a considerable amount of time.
And that's what you intend to do?
Yes, it is.
It's a long road ahead for all of us.
But the more pressing problem is Gaius. If we can't stop him, it'll be too late for Olympius.
Yeah.
Yep, now what's down here? So rest at Balan's apartment, so we do go back. There's nothing over here. Huh. I guess that it must be that way for the bonus dungeon, if I remember right, because the bonus dungeon is like a dimensional rift that takes pieces from everywhere else. And I'm pretty sure I think that's the room right before the last boss, so... Yeah,
I don't understand.
I think there's treasure down there.
How?
Bonus. Armor shop and cash in.
This entire city is powered by Spyrix.
Yep. This world turns by stealing energy from spirits. Olympius has been doing that since ancient times. That's why it's rich in spirit fossils and little else.
How can everyone be so calm about killing spirits? With so many spirits gone, even nature is starting to disappear.
Olympians don't know that spirits create nature, or even that they're alive to begin with. All they know is that their primary energy source is drying up.
Yet they're not doing anything about it.
We've progressed this far by relying on Spyrix. We can't remake our society overnight. Could you immediately stop using spirit arts if someone told you to?
No, I don't think we could. Riza Maxia couldn't exist without humans and spirits working together to cast spirit arts.
Symbiotic coexistence, huh? Must be nice. Maybe we Manalobless Olympians are simply destined for extinction.
I do suspect that was the destiny Maxwell originally had in mind. But I have no intention of adhering to Destiny's plans.
I envy your strength.
If you have time for envy, you have time to act. With your actions, this situation can change.
Change the entire world, huh? That's not really my style, but maybe just this once.
And getting good's worth it, don't you worry. Also,
Come
did
on,
we
let's
just
fight already!
zoom
I'm
back?
gonna lose my edge here!
We just zoomed back. Okay. Also, armor shop's over here. Let's see. If we expand the armor shop, How many points would we have? Quite a lot. Oh, that strange core is worth a lot. Okay. So yeah, that's a good boost. 8 levels. And we've got a good bit of gold too. Dang, that's actually a pretty big boost. And rare protector. An ancient coat for Rowan. That wasn't as big a boost for him. Mystic cloak. Wow, actually managed to get everyone done. Actually, hold on, one of those things was good for Leia. Platinum guard, elemental guard. We won't sell that, we'll give it to Leia. And then we'll leave the rest of those alone. That's pretty cool. And then equip Leia. There we go. Get everybody some stats going. And then we'll go see Balan. If you made it home. I don't know, it just says we're going to the apartment. Man, his apartment building is so cool. Like, it's really spiffy. I like it. Also, elevator. Elevator's back here. I just ran right by it. And this poor dude's got a side quest for us, but it's gonna just remain undone for all of eternity. Alright, let's rest. We need to eat, sleep, think about things. That's a big tower.
What are you doing, Alvin?
Thinking.
Figured I'd stay away, since everyone's so sick of me.
Maybe because you're a big fat liar.
Yeah, that's just who I am, all right. And what about you, Elise? Wondering what to do?
Yeah. I just don't know what the right choice is.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. I don't know much about being a kid. Never really had a childhood.
So were you a member of Exodus ever since you were just a little boy?
Considering his
Yeah,
uncle was
that's
probably
right.
was in it.
I thought it was
Stuck
okay
in
to
it.
trick people. When things would go bad, I'd just disappear. I'd take the path of least resistance. I pretty much just did whatever didn't hurt me, that's all.
It's a hard knock life.
Does that mean you won't be going with Mila and Jude?
You know what? That kid forces me to wake up and smell reality. They're all just so mature. The way they hide their real feelings about me.
Oh, now I get it. You're lonely, aren't you, Alvin?
I've never been much for expressing my feelings, I suppose. But even if they do hate me, I have to stick it out. I'm not leaving this time.
So does that mean that you really want to be their friend again?
I've learned that building real trust with people takes a lot more work than you think.
Being a grown-up sounds like an awful lot of pain.
It seems like the older you get, the tougher it is to share your feelings with others. Anyway, no one will want to be friends with me until I can make the first move. It's hard, but it sure beats being alone.
I wonder what I'm supposed to do now. What do I have to do to become happy?
Well, it's different for everyone. You just have to find what works for you. I'm sure you know what you want by now.
I guess so. It hasn't been easy, but I've learned a lot traveling with everybody. I know that. I definitely don't want to stop, that's for sure. I want to keep on learning more, and I want to make some new friends.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Some help you are.
I told you, I'm the wrong guy to ask about this stuff. Sorry about that, kid. Huh?
That's a thank you. I just wanted you to know that from now on, I'm gonna be your friend, okay?
That's adorable.
How come the kids are the wisest people in this group?
It's 'cause you've been around in an age that didn't know what it was doing. These kids don't know. They see right through what you went through, and they see how fake it was. They know.
Trouble sleeping, young miss?
Round 2 of the pep talks.
I still haven't made up my mind. What about you?
I've reached a decision. I have decided to go with them.
I see. I wonder if I'm the only one who's still on the fence.
You're not
Here's a
alone.
hint, no. Alvin's on a swing, but that still counts as on
Passed
the fence.
away. I inherited the keys to the kingdom, along with many doubts.
But eventually you figured out what to do, right? I used to think that everything works out if you do your best, but I've been proven wrong every time.
I don't know, we've been winning by doing our best.
Haunt you?
I keep thinking there might have been something else I could have done for her.
I know that feeling well.
Oh, you mean with King Noctigal?
Am I that easy to read? Let me tell you, life does not become any simpler the older you get. But I must say, I am a bit surprised by you.
In what way?
I was under the impression that Jude was the one who occupied your every waking thought.
Come on now, don't be silly. Is it obvious?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
You know, I once thought that if I became a nurse, that I might find happiness. After all, when Jude's happy, I'm happy. Simple enough, right? But now, I'm starting to get the feeling that Jude just might be better off without me. I mean, I don't want to get in his way again, you know?
But you never have. Or at least not in the game. Maybe before, but not now.
Leah, would you like to know what my reasons are and why I've decided to go along with Jude and Mila?
Are you willing to tell me?
I would like to be there to walk with them in the future that they wish to create.
That sounds like you.
But that's not all.
Huh?
I plan to take the lead and pull the two of them along behind me. That is my true desire.
Good luck with that, Rowan.
And I? What do I really want?
I think you already know your answer, miss.
What I really want is to see Jude's smiling face again. I suppose that's it. That's a good reason, isn't it?
And now for the remaining characters. Yep.
Don't you want to sit?
You've changed.
Not really. To be honest, I'm so scared I can't even sleep.
I told you before, if we can just dispel the schism, I'll handle everything from there. There's no reason for you to be afraid.
Mila! If the schism disappears, so will the temporal crossroads, right?
Yes. The destruction of the schism means the death of Maxwell. The temporal crossroads were born from Maxwell and that unique spirit climb, so they will vanish too.
That means the old man was offering a lot when he offered us that.
Why? Why didn't I realize what's happened to you? I know. You never told me because you wanted me to find my own answer first. Isn't that right? Mila?
It was just easier for me that way.
Huh?
The entity known as Maxwell is essential for the spirits. So they will need a new Maxwell.
And you're gonna take the job.
Then we won't be able to stay together anymore?
The sadness of parting is a human emotion. Such
Doesn't
emotions
make it hurt
no
any
longer
less.
apply to me.
That's a false statement.
And there's no other way, is there?
It's not like we can have Muse be Maxwell. So many M names.
Maxwell created me, so perhaps he could restore my human body.
But you
Jude.
won't ask.
Is that what you really want? Let's create a new future for all the spirits and people in the world. And let's create it together.
Together. Thanks.
Well, hello.
Gaius!
You're unexpected.
Is Muse with you?
You about to throw down the gauntlet?
I've come here to tell you something, and that's all.
Then talk.
We are ready to commence our operation to wipe out every Spyrix in Olympias.
So your attack from before was just to check whether Spyrites were usable?
Exactly.
You came here to tell us that?
No. Listen. You have a dream for the future of the world that is vastly different from mine. So,
You plan to fight us here?
this is a piece of Muse's power.
The power to slice through space?
What of it?
Here, I give you a chance to return to Riza Maxia quietly if you choose to.
This is how we can open the portal.
You'd still offer us a chance to end things peacefully.
Gaius, you know full well that we can't walk the same path. Not anymore.
So you say. But I wonder if Mila agrees with that.
Probably.
Why should I? What makes you think I've wavered?
One can only handle so much. Take Muse, for example.
What about her?
She is very torn. She has incredible power, yet she knows not how to use it. In hindsight, I was cruel to force such a weak person to become strong so suddenly.
You want to save her too, don't you?
Along with the rest of my people. Stand down, and I will take over.
Your words cannot shake my will, nor can they alter my mission. It remains unchanged, even after all this time.
I see.
Jude. Our choices matter. They're meaningful for precisely that reason, because they're our choices. Following the will of others will lead nowhere. That's why our choice right now is more important than our own survival. So Jude, please. Watch over me so that I stay on my path until the very end.
Yes, I promise.
Well, that's everybody taken care of. Everybody's ready to rumble.
Sleep well?
Yes.
That might have been the best sleep I've had in my entire life. I was dead to the world.
I decided I'm coming with you. I won't bore you with my reasons, though.
Thanks, Leia. Let's do our best.
Yep. I'm coming too. And me 3.
I shall accompany you as well.
Wouldn't do for the only Olympian here to sit this one out.
So you've made up your minds.
Then there's something we need to tell you. Check this out.
Nifty knife.
Gaius brought this to us last night. He called it a piece of Muse's power.
Does that mean we could use it to tear open the breach?
Looks like it.
Gaius truly is inscrutable.
He's mocking us.
I don't think so. We might be fighting against one another, but he's a good guy.
Nice to see her actually talking to me.
Well...
I appreciate it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's a bummer there's nobody here to send off the heroes.
That shouldn't be a problem.
We'll just have to accept that we're unsung heroes.
Who needs an adoring crowd? Let's have a pre-battle cheer.
If you insist.
Couldn't hurt.
Make sure to put some feeling into it.
Indeed.
Here goes nothing. Everyone, let's finish what we started.
Now that's a good scene. And I just want to gush for a moment because that scene shows off why I like Gaius so much and why I like Tails' villain so much. Because even though we're fighting against him, he's still trying to do right by people. He's still trying to do good. He's trying to make things better for everyone. It's just like he sees one answer and he's not willing to take the risk on any other answer. And like the only thing that makes us heroic is that we have the less extreme answer that we've seen. We have tests and we're willing to bet on things instead of we're willing to take the risk instead of relying on absolutes and only accepting hardline answers like Gaius. And it's always much more fun to go against somebody who is justified, if a little bit too hardball, than it is to fight just some cackling cartoon villain. Like, because you have to work way harder to make a cackling cartoon villain interesting. But enough about guys being awesome. This has been Gently One. I'll see you next time. As with everybody's resolve set, we're going to head off and deal with the problem. See you then.